Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fast Money Football. I'm your host, Albert Vartanian, with my co-host for today, Sarah Pararia, and she's on fire. Sarah, your picks last night, let's run through them really quickly. Argentina, you had to win. They picked up a victory, winning 1-0. Chile to win. They won, plus both teams to score at minus 128. You had Ecuador. It was a draw, but you definitely hit the both teams to score at plus 100. You're on fire.
Feeling good about it.
What a run there. I mean, you also had Di Maria to score at plus 350. What, he hit
I
the bar,
know.
right?
I know. Yeah, he was so close. He honestly was the best player on the pitch. So, I'm happy for him. But, they still won, Lautaro Martinez. So, what can you do?
I love it. Those are great picks. My picks, not so bueno. I had over 2.5 in the Argentina game, finished 1-0. I had the draw in the Chile-Bolivia game. Then Chile ended up winning. And then the Ecuador, I had draw, no bet. So that was a push. So we got our money back for that one. Not the best of days for you, but it doesn't matter. We move on. And today could be a massive day for Canadian soccer. Canada actually has a chance to qualify tonight, Sarah, for the World Cup for the first time in a very, very long time. I just want to go through the scenario just so I have it correct. Okay, so what they need to do to qualify for the World Cup tonight, they have to beat El Salvador. Costa Rica needs to draw or lose against Jamaica. Honduras has to beat the States, and Panama needs to lose. Is that possible, Sarah?
It's possible, but I can't see Honduras beating the States. That's the tough one right there.
Yeah.
I also can't really see. I'm just looking at the table though too, like Costa Rica, Jamaica. I don't know about that. And Panama, you said has to lose.
Yeah.
That's the only one where I'm like, could be possible, could be, but I don't know. The other ones, listen, like it's been a crazy round of qualifying, so anything's possible. But I think we might have to wait until the next round, and that's okay. We're at the top. It's fine. We'll be there.
Yeah, and no matter what happens at the end of this day, Canada will still be at the top of the CONCACAF group heading into that March international break. 3 games remain, still a very good shot to qualify for Qatar. I mean, I was talking to James about this on Monday. I just want to say it. It's inside. He wants to come out and say that we qualify for the World Cup. Canada, not me, qualify for the World Cup. But we're right there. I keep saying we. I'm going to keep saying we. Let's talk about the game. Canada, El Salvador. Canada, obviously, off the back of that fantastic win over the States, 2-0 in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Fantastic game. This one is going to be a bit different. And as good as Canada has been, this is still a difficult game. You're going away to El Salvador. El Salvador just outside of that top 4. They're going to want to try and close the gap. We know how the fans are over there. Canada obviously still missing some key players. Alphonso Davies, Stephen Vittoria will be out due to a yellow card suspension. We don't know the status of Stefan Estacio. So it's going to be a changed 11. How do you think they're going to fare over there in El Salvador?
I still expect them to come out with a victory tonight, because the thing is with Herdman, and something he's done that's been working, is there's almost no consistency with his lineup. But that seems to be working. He never starts the same 11, but it keeps, I feel like, all the players in it, we don't have Alphonso Davies. Right. Estacio, I don't know, Vittoria, but we beat the States 2-0. And that's arguably the hardest team we have in our bracket. I know the fans in El Salvador, Latin fans, they're always crazy, but I almost think we use that to our advantage as well. Canada seems to play really well when they have people rooting against them, because we're so used to it. And also, I will say, as a football player, you want to play where it's warm. I know they probably enjoyed the fans here in Hamilton and Edmonton, but as a football player, it's not good for you. So even though we're playing away, we're playing in the heat, which is way better for all of our players' physicality.
They already beat El Salvador this campaign. They beat them 3-0 on home soil. El Salvador, not the best home team. And Canada, not bad actually on the road. They haven't lost. No, they haven't lost. A couple draws and 1 win. So obviously a good record there. And now, okay, we're missing some players. I keep saying we. It's going to drive me crazy. Canada, they are missing some players. But now you get the injection of Atiba Hutchinson, who missed out against the United States in Hamilton. What kind of impact does he make to that 11 once he gets slotted into that midfield?
It's honestly his experience, the way he holds the team, his leadership. He's a fantastic player, but I think it's more so the way he helps the team with their mentality. He's such an important player to have back there. And I think it's going to be advantageous for Canada. And like I said, they keep switching the lineup. So they'll be they're almost used to not consistently playing with the same 11 guys always,
Yeah, it's such a fluid formation under
Mhm.
Herdman, and that's what makes them so good, I think. And at the back, there's going to be a change, right? No Steven Vittoria. He is the main man in that back three, sometimes back four. It changes throughout the game, like I just mentioned. Very fluid. How big of a miss is he, and who comes in for him?
See, yeah, this is where it's hard. I'm not too sure who comes in. I mean, I think because he's going to be there, like, see, are they going to play three? Are they going to play four? Is it going to be Kamal and then Sam and then Atiba? Can they just keep those three in the back? I don't know. I mean, like, this is the hardest thing I found with this Canadian team is that when I was talking to you about who I wanted to score for this game, I was thinking, I don't know who Herdman's going to start. I have no idea. I can never determine it. So I'm not really sure. I'm always wrong when I guess every single time. I'm not sure. What do you think?
At the back, it's I don't know. I'm assuming it's going to be Johnston, Miller, and maybe Atiba gets in there, or they go with the back four, or maybe Adekbui goes into the or Adekubi, excuse me, goes into the back three. So that there's so many different options. Either way, good options. There is some depth there, which is making this team even better. Up front, I mean, it's got to be Kyle Aaron and Jonathan David. I can't imagine either of them sitting at the moment based on the form that they're in. And I think Herdman realizes that they can go to El Salvador, not only just get a result, but win that game.
100%. Yeah, no, I think so as well. And I think, they won the first game 3-0. I'm seeing a similar result. I think Canada is going to score like at least two today.
So your pick, your official pick, Canada on the line?
Yes, I'm picking Canada. And as I told you, I'm going to take David to score. I was going back and forth between him and Laren, but I don't know, something inside of me, like, we're going to go with Jonathan David.
Jonathan David to score plus 200. Canada on the money line are currently minus 115. I think they opened at like even money or plus 105. I like Canada straight up as well, but to juice up the odds just a little bit, I'm going to go Canada plus under 3.5. I like the 1-0 or the 2-0. And with the under 3.5, you're covered for the 1-0, the 2-0, and the 2-1 win. So I think it's going to be low scoring. Canada comes away with the victory. Going back to that Jonathan David to score anytime, guys, make sure you wait for lineups to come out, which is about an hour before the game, to make sure that he's in the lineup before you bet him. That's happened to me so many times where I bet a player away. He's going to score this weekend, not even in the starting 11. So make sure you keep an eye out on that. Let's talk about a few other games here. USA against Honduras. They need to win. Obviously, it was a difficult loss against Canada. They didn't play well, but at the same time, Canada didn't let them play well. They wanted to play football. Canada just said that wasn't happening, especially on that day in cold weather, and cold weather is expected in this matchup against Honduras. How do you expect them to fare here?
I see the States winning this game. Yeah, coming off that loss against Canada in Hamilton, I think their ego is damaged. They're pissed. And like you said, they need to win to stay up there. Skill-wise, the US is so much better. They need this win. They have all these superstar players. I'm expecting to see, lots of goals here. And yeah, they need to put their foot down a little bit because they're a little hurt from what we did to them.
Yeah, Honduras, they just can't score 5 goals in 10. They've been shut out 6 times. And I think playing in the cold is a huge factor, especially when it comes to goals. I mean, we saw in Hamilton, very cold. I think it got up to minus 20 that day on the Sunday in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. That game finished 2-0. So the under. And the previous game for the United States in Columbus, that was, I think, a 1-0 game in the cold. So these games in the cold seem to be tight. And that's where I'm going to go with my pick. I'm going to stay away from the States on the money line, even though I do think they'll score a couple of goals, but I'm going to go under 2.5 at minus 125. That's my pick for that game, Sarah.
Yeah, no, I'm taking the States to win for sure.
Yeah, so minus 15 degrees is expected in that USA game. Mexico, Panama. Panama, not too bad on the road. Both teams are neck and neck. Really, this is a battle between 3 and 4. So I expect another tight game here between these two teams. Panama, they don't want to lose. They want to go to Mexico and try and win a game. And like I mentioned, decent on the road. They won a couple games and they beat Jamaica away, which is always difficult, 3-0. So Panama can show up here and really surprise Mexico, I think.
Yeah, this is kind of similar to the game yesterday that we spoke about with Ecuador and Peru. Like, it's arguably going to be the best game, I think, today.
Really?
Mexico, Panama, they're 3 and 4th in the table. They're super tight. I'm going to take Mexico because they're playing at the Azteca, and that's always a hard place to play. We know what the Mexican fans are like. They hold nothing back. So I think that's going to be a little advantageous to the home team, or a lot, actually. but I do think it's going to be tight. Like I expect both teams to score as well, but I'm thinking like a 2-1, even a 3-2 situation. But
Ooh, I like that.
it's gonna be a good game. I expect a lot.
So they already drew Mexico, Panama, and this is, like I said, battle of the third and fourth place. Mexico having trouble scoring, though. I mean, they blanked in 2 of the last 4 games. I mean, when you go back home, a lot of that can change. You have the home crowd with you, and obviously, the quality in that team is one of the reasons why they continually qualify for every single World Cup. At least it feels that way anyway. I'm going to go Panama plus 1.5. I think Mexico wins that game, but I think Panama keeps it close. Maybe like a goal. I'm thinking at plus 1.5 at minus 128. As you mentioned, Ecuador-Peru is such a great comparison to this game. It's very similar. 2 teams battling out to try and get into that top final 4 spots to qualify for the World Cup. And so Panama plus 1.5 is my pick here.
Love it. Love it.
Okay, let's recap the picks quickly. So Sarah, Canada on the money line, USA on the money line, Mexico on the line, and Jonathan David to score at plus 200. I'm going Canada plus under 3.5 at plus 130, USA under 2.5, and Panama plus 1.5. This will be a fantastic podcast tomorrow if we find out that Canada has qualified for the World Cup. If not, hopefully I won all my bets. You as well. Good luck to everyone out there. You can follow Sarah at Sarah Pararia on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at TheRealBertV. And if you want to watch more parlay content, which you probably should, head over to parlay.tv.